University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, it's the final. 130 teams dreamed of getting here. 28 qualified for the series, and over the past months, they've been impressing us with what they know and occasionally astonishing us with what they don't know. Now, only the best two remain. In a little under half an hour, one of them will have earned the right to lift the trophy and say, "Look on our works, ye mighty, and despair." Now, the team from Magdalen College, Oxford, have already sent home Pembroke College, Cambridge, the Open University and Trinity College, Cambridge. They demonstrated that they are fallible by losing to Gonville and Caius, Cambridge in their second quarter-final, but then they beat Bristol University in their third, and a victory over St Peter's College, Oxford, has put them in the final. Should their college win tonight, it'll become the first institution ever to take the championship 5 times. Let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Harry Gillow. I'm from Stone in Staffordshire, and I'm reading classics.
Hi, I'm Chris Savory from Burgess Hill in West Sussex, and I'm reading chemistry.
And this is their captain.
Hello, my name's Hugh Binney. I live near Cheltenham in Gloucestershire, and I'm also reading chemistry.
Hello again, I'm Cameron J. Quinn, originally from Los Angeles, California, and I read philosophy and French.
The team from Gonville and Caius College, Cambridge, arrived here having beaten St Anne's College, Oxford, the University of Manchester and Durham University twice. When they met their opponents tonight in the quarter-finals, they won then too. Let's meet them again.
Hi, I'm Ted. I'm from Hammersmith in London, and I'm studying law.
Hello, I'm Michael. I'm from Ballymena in Northern Ireland, and I'm studying for a PhD in history.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm from Hertfordshire, and I'm studying medicine.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm from Southampton, and I'm reading natural sciences.
OK, you all know the rules, so fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. This long run is a misleading guide to current affairs. In the long run, we're all dead. These are the words of which economist in the 90s?
Keys Loveday.
John Maynard Keynes.
Correct. Keys, your bonuses are on British monarchs since 1660, according to Walter Bagehot in the 1867 work, The English Constitution. In each case, I want you to identify the monarch from the quotation. He had no social vices, but he had no social pleasures. He sincerely preferred a leg of mutton and turnips after a good day's work to the best fashion and the most exciting talk.
George III is the one I think of immediately.
OK, we'll go with George III.
Correct. By incredible and pertinacious folly, he irritated not only the classes which had fought against his father, but also those who had fought for his father.
Or is it James?
James II.
James II.
James II sounds better, because it's 4.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
James II.
James II.
James II.
Correct. The English people were ready to ignore the claims of her brother, but they could not ignore the fact that at the critical period she had no children. She had once had 13, but they all died in her lifetime.
It's Queen Anne.
Queen Anne? Queen Anne.
Yes, of course. 10 points for this. What 7-letter term denotes a substance microscopically dispersed through another substance where the part...
Magdalen Binney.
Colloid.
Correct. Magdalen, your bonuses are on trite language. What word does Ambrose Bierce define as the wisdom of a million fools in the diction of a dullard, a jellyfish withering on the shore of the sea of thought? It's derived from the French word for flat.
Platitude. Platitude.
Correct. From a compound of a halogen element, formerly used as a sedative, what word denotes a soothing statement or conventionalism?
No, halogen. Do we have anything?
Oh, bromide. Bromide.
Bromide.
Correct. What term for a commonplace stock expression is the past participle of a French verb that originally referred to a stencil plate or stereotype used in printing?
Cliché.
Correct. 10 points for this. They illustrate the temper of a pre-revolutionary age, when there is widespread desire for moderate reform. These words of Bertrand Russell refer to which two figures of the Northern Renaissance born respectively in London and Rotterdam?
Keys Loveday.
Erasmus and Thomas More.
Correct. These bonuses are on astrophysics keys. The PP chain of nuclear fusion reactions within the Sun and similar stars generates nuclei of which element as its most substantial end product?
Iron is the largest thing you can get out of stars, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, go for it.
Iron?
No, it's helium. The CNO cycle of reactions, which also burns hydrogen to form helium in the Sun, requires the presence of what other element's nucleus as a catalyst?
Oxygen, maybe?
Would it be something small?
Yeah, it could be oxygen.
Oxygen?
No, it's carbon. Along with many other elements, the Sun's carbon was originally created as the product of fusion within massive stars. What is the heaviest element that can be made in an exothermic fusion reaction?
OK, iron.
That is iron, yes. Right, we're going to take a picture out. For your picture starter, you'll see a series of flags representing the countries of birth of recipients of the Nobel Prize, according to the Nobel website. You'll see the flags that appear most frequently in that context. For 10 points, name the country missing.
Keys Taylor.
Russia.
Anyone else want to buzz?
Maudlin Binney.
Sweden.
Correct. Let's see the whole thing. There it is. So you get your bonuses, 3 flag tables representing the winners in a given Nobel Prize category with the number of times that the recipient has been principally associated with that polity or country. 5 points for each prize you can name. Firstly?
Southern Peruvian. Literature.
Literature. If it's in the really frequent ones.
Yeah, no, I think that's right.
Literature.
Correct. Secondly?
Israel.
So it's going to be like
Peace.
peace. Is it peace?
It must be.
Yes, not physics. I thought it was like physics or something.
Yeah, maybe say that instead.
Physics.
No, it's chemistry. The big clue there is Rutherford and the New Zealand flag. And finally?
So this could be peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Indeed, yes. Right, 10 points for this. A noun paradigm in traditional Latin grammar. What 5-letter word means a stupid or silly woman in Mexican Spanish, a university canteen in German, and in the English-speaking world, an organisation founded in 1946 for people with high IQs?
Keys Loveday.
Mensa.
Yes. These bonuses, Gonville and Keys, are on an art movement. Les Demoiselles d'Avignon in New York's Museum of Modern Art is often cited as the first painting in what style?
Cubism's
Cubism's correct, yes. Which French artist's close collaboration with Picasso in the years between the painting of Les Demoiselles d'Avignon and the First World War caused critics to struggle to identify which of them produced which work?
Braque. Braque?
Correct. Quote, Cubism was an attack on the perspective that had been known and used for 500 years. It was the first big change. Which artist said that? His own photo montages or joiners of the 1970s and 80s reflect Cubist imagery.
Oh, photo joiners is Hockney. Yeah, Hockney.
Hockney is correct, yes. 10 points for this. In mammals, what is the 3-word name of the blood vessel formed from the left and right brachiocephalic veins? It carries deoxygenated blood...
Keys Martinelli.
Superior vena cava.
Correct. These bonuses are on internet pioneers, Gonville and Keys. What is the name of the first ever graphical web browser invented by Mark Andreessen when he was 22 years old?
Graphical web browser. I can think of it on other Safari, maybe? Safari?
No, it's Mosaic. What is the name of the packet switching network from which TCP/IP was derived? Created by Louis Pouzin, it shares its name with the Mediterranean island group.
Think of an island group, Jess? Balearic, Ionic. Should we try Balearic? Does that make any sense?
Try Ionic, because it's shorter.
Ionic?
No, it's Cyclades. In 2013, Andreessen Pouzin and Tim Berners-Lee were among the winners of the first Queen Elizabeth Prize for Engineering. Name either of the other 2 recipients that year, both of whom contributed to the development of the TCP/IP protocol.
Have you got any ideas? Linus Torvalds a Linux guy. Try him maybe. Linus Torvalds?
No, it's Vince Cerf and Bob Kahn. 10 points for this. Responding to the post-impressionist art exhibition in London, Virginia Woolf claimed that human character changed in or around December of which year?
Maudlin Quinn.
1913.
No, you lose 5 points. The same year saw 2 UK general elections and the deaths of Tolstoy, Mark Twain and King Edward VII.
Keys Martinelli.
1910.
1910 is right. Your bonuses this time are on masks, Gonville and Keys. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he'll tell you the truth. These words appear in The Critic as Artist, an essay of 1891 by which literary figure?
Any idea? Ruskin was came to mind. Any ideas, Mike? You British guy.
Should we go for Stanislavski?
Nominate Loveday.
Stanislavski?
No, it was Oscar Wilde. If you have abandoned one faith, do not abandon all faith. There is always an alternative to the faith we lose. Or is it the same faith under another mask? Who wrote those words in the 1966 novel The Comedians?
That's Graham Greene.
Graham Greene. Graham Greene.
Correct. Celebrity is a mask that eats into the face. This sentence appears in a memoir of 1989 by which US novelist, creator of the character Harry Angstrom?
Oh, that's John Updike. Yeah, John Updike.
Correct. 10 points for this starter. What word links the following statements? The non-trivial zeros of the Riemann zeta function have real part 1/2. The continuum is the smallest non-denumerable cardinal.
Waddling Binny.
Hypothesis.
Correct. These bonuses are on philosophy, Magdalene. A Defence of Common Sense is a 1925 essay by which English philosopher, commonly known by his surname and initials rather than forenames. His other works include the Principia Ethica.
More. Yeah. More.
More is right, G.E. Moore. Arguing against philosophical scepticism, which body part did Moore use to support his concept of common sense? The argument begins, here is one, what?
Hand.
Correct. If you do know that there is one hand, we'll grant you all the rest. These words appear in On Certainty, a work by which of Moore's contemporaries, born in Vienna in 1889?
It's too early for Wittgenstein. Too late. Too late. It was about right for Wittgenstein.
Maybe say that, yeah.
Wittgenstein.
It was Wittgenstein, yes. Time for a bit of music now. For your music starter, you're going to hear an excerpt from an opera. 10 points if you can give me the title of the opera, please.
Maudlin Gillow.
Tristan and Isolde.
Yes, that's correct. It's one of the works depicted in Marc Chagall's fresco on the ceiling of the Parisian Opera House, the Palais Garnier. Your music bonuses are 3 more musical works depicted in Chagall's painting. Again, in each case, I want the title of the work you hear. Firstly, for 5.
No, it's not.
Definitely not.
Black May?
That's good.
Or is that too late for Chagall to have painted? Okay.
I don't know.
What do you want to go with?
I really don't think it's that. But let me see Black May.
Lakme.
No, that's from Fidelio, the Prisoner's Chorus. Secondly...
Oh, say like Midsummer Stream.
Midsummer
It's gonna be an opera.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
No, that's from Romeo and Juliet by Berlioz. And finally...
So this is radio. Could this be Magic Figure or something?
Could it be like
Oh,
the Clements of Titus? Is that
I think it's more
okay.
Assistance. Magic Figure.
No, that's from Gluck's Orpheus and Eurydice. 10 points for this. Now in the collection of the Art Gallery of Toronto, which figure is the subject of the painting of 1915 by John William Waterhouse, the title of which contains the words, I am half sick of shadows?
Maudlin Quinn.
The Lady of Shalott.
Yes. Get these bonuses, you can take the lead. Firstly, the equation x squared plus y squared equals constant draws what geometric figure in the plane?
A circle.
Correct. What is the equation of the circle centred at the origin that passes through the point with x and y coordinates both equal to 1?
Root 2. Root 2, right? No, equals... No, because they're each 1, so it's root 2.
Oh, I see.
X squared plus y squared equals root 2.
No, it's equals 2. And finally, what is the area of a circle with radius equal to the square root of 2?
2 pi, right?
Yeah.
2 pi.
2 pi is correct. 10 points for this. During the 20th century, which Conservative Prime Minister's cabinet included that party's previous and subsequent Prime Ministers, both of whom served for the whole of its period in office, the former as Foreign Secretary and the latter as Secretary of State for Education?
Keys Loveday.
Heath.
Heath is right, yes. Douglas, Hume and Thatcher. Now you get a set of bonuses, this time Gonville and Keys on Kyrgyzstan. The flag of Kyrgyzstan bears a stylised depiction of what specific nomadic dwelling appearing in the centre of a sun with 40 rays?
Is it a yurt?
A yurt.
Yurt?
Correct. Which mountainous region covers the larger part of Kyrgyzstan? It's usually known by its Chinese name, meaning celestial mountains.
Tianshan is a thing, isn't it? Like Tianshan?
Correct. The Kyrgyz language is related to the national language of which Eastern Mediterranean country?
Turkey?
Turkey would make sense.
It's not an Arabic language, is it?
Turkey?
Correct. 10 points for this. The first known instance of the application of algorithmic thinking to a field outside logic and mathematics. These words refer to a grammar of which language by the Gandharian scholar Panini?
Keys Loveday.
Sanskrit.
Correct. Your bonuses are on classical mechanics now. In classical mechanics, what term is used to describe the change in direction of the rotational axis of a rigid body, such as a gyroscope or spinning top?
Is it just angular momentum?
Change in direction.
Is it just angular momentum?
Angular momentum?
Angular momentum.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Angular momentum?
No, it's precession. If, as the axis of rotation precesses, it also nods up and down between two bounding angles, what term describes the nodding motion?
Simple harmonic motion. Harmonic motion.
It's not really a term. Yeah, harmonic motion?
No, it's nutation. What precise term describes the apparent oscillatory motion of the moon? It leads to greater than half of its surface being visible from Earth over time.
I think it might be lunation.
Any ideas, Jess? Lunation?
No, it's libration. Right, another starter question. Memoirs of a Dutiful Daughter is an autobiographical work by which French author? It recounts her stiflingly respectable upbringing and how she revolted against it at the Sorbonne with Jean-Paul Sartre.
Keys Loveday.
Simone de Beauvoir.
Correct. OK, you get a set of bonuses on geology. What five-letter term denotes a landscape underlain by limestone that has been eroded to produce fissures, ridges and towers, such as the striking land formations around Guilin in southwest China?
Oh, it's 5 letters.
Downs?
No, it's karst. The term karst originates from the German name for a limestone plateau that straddles the border of Italy and which country?
Switzerland?
Yeah,
Switzerland?
No, it's Slovenia. The karst topography known as the Burren lies in which county of Western Ireland to the south of County Galway?
Clare? Clare.
Clare is correct. We're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a portrait of a poet. 10 points if you can name him.
Maudlin Quinn.
Done.
Anyone like to buzz from Gonville and Keys?
Keys Taylor.
Andrew Marvell?
No, it's Ben Johnson. So picture bonuses in a moment or two. 10 points at stake for this. What five-letter word links Beethoven's piano trio in D major, opus 70, Roger Casement in a poem by W.B. Yeats, a word mistakenly added to a document by a printer, and the final work of Pat Barker's Regeneration trilogy?
Keys Martinelli.
Ghost.
Ghost is correct. So you recall for the picture starter you saw a portrait of the poet Ben Jonson, who's unofficially credited as the first poet laureate. For your bonuses, you'll see 3 more portraits of poets laureate. I want their full name and the name of the monarch at the time of their appointment. Firstly, for 5...
Dryden under Charles II.
Charles II, I'd go for.
So we need the poet and the...
Yeah, so Dryden under Charles II.
So Dryden under Charles II.
Correct. Secondly,
Wordsworth,
Right.
Masefield. Wordsworth and
No, I
Masefield
don't
were
think
both.
it is. It could be Robert Southey under George III.
Robert Southey.
Under George III.
Robert Southey, George III.
it is Robert Southey, yes. And finally,
Tennyson and Victoria. Okay, Tennyson and Victoria.
correct. 10 points for this. Inspired by the artworks of Victor Hartmann, the gnome, the hut on...
Keys Loveday.
Mussorgsky's pictures at an exhibition.
Correct. Your bonuses are on history. In each case, give the century before the Christian era in which the following took place. Firstly, the beginning of the Warring States period of Chinese history and the birth of Socrates.
5th century BC?
So when Socrates born?
5th century BC, I'm
Is
guessing.
he born in the 400s?
So like 450 BC, so 5th century BC.
5th century BC is the 400s.
5th century BC.
Correct. The lives of Aristotle and Alexander the Great, secondly.
4th century BC.
4th century BC.
Correct. And finally, the establishment of the Indo-Greek kingdom by Demetrius and the destruction of Carthage in the Third Punic War.
No, the third Punic War.
The 2nd BC.
Second.
The 2nd century BC.
Correct. 5¼ minutes to go, 10 points for this. Listen carefully. If the intensity of a sound source increases by a factor of 1,000, by what amount in decibels does the...
Keys Martinelli.
3.
No, you lose 5 points. Does the sound intensity level change?
Maudlin Quinn.
100.
No, it's 30. 10 points for this. John F. Kennedy's statement that mankind must put an end to war or war will put an end to mankind is an example of what...
Maudlin Quinn.
Anti-metaboly.
No, you lose 5 points. Is an example of what figure of speech named after the 22nd letter of the Greek alphabet?
Keys Loveday.
Chiasmus.
Chiasmus is correct. A set of bonuses for you on Rococo libraries, Gonville and Keys. Noted for a lavish Rococo library designed by the architect Peter Thumb, the Abbey of St Gall is in which European country?
Czech Republic.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhere near France, isn't it? And do you have any ideas? Czech Republic?
No, it's Switzerland. In which country is the Rococo-style Mafra National Palace Library? It lies close to the Atlantic Ocean, around 30 kilometres northwest of the national capital.
Greece. Albania.
Atlantic.
It's Atlantic, so Portugal.
Oh, on the Atlantic. Portugal. Yeah,
Or somewhere in South America somewhere. Portugal?
Portugal is right. And finally, part of an abbey that stands above the River Danube, the Rococo Library of Melk is in which country?
Is that definitely Austria? You're 100%. You're happy with that? Austria.
Austria is correct. Another starter question. From the Greek for unguent, what 5-letter term denotes a complex of molten silicates with water and gases formed within the upper mantle of the Earth? When extruded to the surface...
Keys Loveday.
Magma.
Magma is correct. These bonuses, Gonville and Keys, are on fluvial geography. When a river extends upstream by headward erosion, the waters of a less vigorous river may be diverted into the more rapidly eroding channel. By what term is this process known?
Meandering, is it? Is it just meandering? Or is it got a more specific name?
Meandering?
No, it's river capture. In a drainage basin, what term describes the ratio of the number of streams of a given order to the number of streams of the next higher order?
Drainage quotient.
Drainage quotient. Watershed's a thing as well, but I think that's a different thing. Drainage quotient.
No, it's bifurcation. Paired, unpaired and cut and fill are 3 types of which typically level, elongated features running along the side of a river valley.
Oxbow Lakes.
Oh, it could be Oxbow Lakes, couldn't it? Oxbow Lakes?
No, they're terraces. Right, 10 points for this. Meaning said only once. What 2-word Greek term denotes a word...
Keys Loveday.
Hapax legomenon.
Correct. Your bonuses this time are on epithets used by Homer in the Odyssey. In each case, name the god or goddess to whom the following epithets are applied. Firstly, the keen-eyed giant slayer.
Keen-eyed giant slayer. So it's going to be good archer or something, is it? Or
Who kills giants?
Come on.
Odysseus, maybe?
Let's have it, please.
We're going to just say Odysseus.
It's Hermes. Secondly, Lady of the Gleaming Eyes.
Athena?
Athena, was that?
Hero.
Hera.
No, Athena.
Athena. Okay. Athena.
Correct. And finally, the Thunderer, the greatest of them all.
Zeus.
Zeus. Surely Zeus. Are you happy with Zeus? Zeus.
Correct. 10 points for this. After Germany, the UK, France, Italy and Spain, what is the 6th most populous EU member state?
Magdalene Binney.
Poland.
Correct. You get a set of bonuses on the US politician Henry Kissinger. The guerrilla wins if he does not lose. The conventional army loses if it does not win. These words of Henry Kissinger refer to which conflict?
Vietnam.
Correct. In an attributed remark, Kissinger said, possibly in jest, the illegal we do immediately. What did he say takes a little longer?
The legal.
No, it's the unconstitutional. And finally, according to the US singer Tom Lehrer, political satire became obsolete when Kissinger received what award?
Nobel Peace Prize.
Correct. 10 points for this. Listen carefully. In ancient Rome, various military and civil officials bore what title? Distinguished...
Morton Gillow.
Carnifex. No, sorry.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Being either military or of the people. Its literal meaning being head of a tribe.
Keys Loveday.
Tribune.
Tribune is right. 3 bonuses for you on botanical taxonomy. What taxonomic rank of plants is indicated by the suffix Ales, A-L-E-S?
I don't think it's cuneiform order. No, order is Lamiaceae, isn't family.
No, it's order. Spell the 5-letter suffix that is used to indicate a family of plants.
ACI.
Come on.
A-C-E-A-E.
Correct. In print, the genus of an organism is set in italic type. What other typographical feature is used to indicate this rank?
Capital letter?
Oh, yeah, it's a full stop.
Well, at the John, Magdalene College Oxford have 105, Donald and Cleves have 255. It's an initial capital letter, by the way. Right, well, Magdalene, bad luck. You were unlucky with how the questions fell, I think. Thank you very much for joining us, and to go out in the final, well, there's only one way you could go out better than that, so congratulations to you. And many congratulations to you too, Gonville and Keys. I hope you'll be happy to receive the trophy.